We are recording on the 16th of September 2024. On this day in the year 681, well, it was a bad day for Pope Honorius I, who was excommunicated by the Sixth Ecumenical Council. What a council that was. Particularly disappointing, given that he died 43 years previously. And it's got to be about as disappointing a day you can have as a dead pope. There's a bit of a squabble over whether Christianity's founding pin-up boy, Jesus Christ, had one will or two. Do you have any particular opinion on that? You know, whether Jesus had one will. I mean, if it was just a human one or a human and divine one. It would rip the 7th century church to pieces.
For some reason, when you're saying Jesus' will, I'm not thinking about his inclination towards doing things, and I'm instead thinking of it as like what he's left people.
Right, okay.
His assets.
His jet ski and his magic.
Couple of tables, some bottles of wine,
sandals, cave,
fish recipe book,
tragically unopened How to Uncrucify Yourself book. If only he'd read it.
Yep.
It was a Christmas present.
Yeah, we all get Christmas presents, books as Christmas presents, and we don't read them.
He got a double Christmas present, of course.
I know, but it's horrible when your birthday's on Christmas. Yeah. It all just gets swallowed up in the wider festivities.
Yep. Him and former England cricket captain Alistair Cook, same. Both associated with bits of wood, interestingly. But look.
Associated with wood. What a summary. What Son of God.
What incredible description of Jesus' crucifixion. The man will forever be associated with wood.
Well, I'm not sure I'd call him the Son of God. I mean, he was, still England's leading run scorer.
How has this show held on to its North American listeners? It is beyond belief for me. The number of North Americans that this podcast has held on to is beyond belief. Given what you've just done there, is made an Alistair Cook Jesus joke.
The Zooglers are loving it, buddy.
Well, I think my career is now complete. Good, right. So on the let's move on. On the 18th of September, so that'll be what's today? Monday, Wednesday. By the time you listen to this, in 1618, the 12th Baktun in the Mesoamerican long count calendar begins. A Baktun is like a year, but it lasts for 394.26 of our regular years, and I'm quite in favour of that. For a start, you can fit more sport into a season, but also for those, if you have a tendency to procrastinate and think I'll do it next year, you're really only buying yourself a few months. But if you say I'll do it next Baktun, you're pretty much off the hook. So
you're really committing to a Hindu and Buddhist conception of reincarnation.
Yep.
You're like, I'll get this done at some point within the next 7 to 12 lifetimes.
I'm going to do my taxes for the past 3 Baktuns.
As always, a section of the Bugle is going straight in the bin. This week we have a special Vincent van Gogh section. The new Van Gogh exhibition has opened here in London with a collection of works by the late Bunch of Flowers obsessive, the Windy Fields Snoopster and even-numbered facial feature skeptic. Double VG, as he was known, sadly passed away in July 1890, so he can't be with us today to talk us through his new show. We instead look at some of the lost paintings of Van Gogh that didn't make it into the London exhibition, including Miffy the Rabbit, which could have given him the commercial success that eluded him in life. Aftermath, interesting painting, showing Father Christmas having crashed his sleigh into a church steeple on a starry night, viewed by many as Van Gogh's most graphic painting and one of the most visceral depictions of a high-speed impact injury on a reindeer ever committed to canvas. And, of course, his most famous lost painting, Pet Dog Being Eaten by an Immigrant. Not sure where that's... got to rumoured to be somewhere on the other side of the Atlantic. If you
it was a sequel to that picture of them all playing poker, wasn't it?
It was, that's what happens when you get involved in gambling. Of course, if you're a Vincent van Gogh superfan and want to make sure that he beats all the other impressionists, we've got a special feature for you this week, which is how to slag off famous impressionists in one disparaging phrase. And we're going to start with 5 of Van Gogh's top rivals to be best impressionist ever. Claude Monet, whoopee f***ing doop, mate, a f***ing pond. Edouard Manet.
Hold on. We really, Chris, can we add some air horn effects to this? This is Zaltzman going full roast comic.
It's a matter of time before I embraced comedy's lowest form.
It's the ultimate roast battle. Zaltzman versus the Impressionists. Let's get Jeff Ross down here.
Edouard Manet, maybe if you just ordered your f***ing drink instead of standing there painting, the barmaid might not look so f***ing bored.
Roasted. You'll never recover.
Paul Cézanne, give your glasses a wipe, mate. You might see your special f***ing mountain a bit more clearly. Paul Gauguin, that's just a bit weird, mate. You could have offered her a shirt. And George Seurat, Sunday afternoons are for watching football, mate. In the pub, not flouncing around in the pub with pointy brushed umbrella fetishes. Next week,
Tick, tick, boom.
we teach you how to belittle the great Renaissance masters. Well, Michelangelo, as pull my finger gags go, you put in too much effort. There you go, our Vincent van Gogh section in the bin.